talking about the post-exposure prophylaxis of hepatitis B. Okay, in this also you make an sort of a table, like what is the status of the healthcare worker. Then what about the source code? Source is positive or not, means hepatitis B positive. And here the source is negative. That means for what it is negative? HBsAg. Okay, this particular thing is negative. And HBsAg in this side, that is positive. Okay, so regarding the post-exposure prophylaxis for the hepatitis B, you need to focus upon these three important points: that you need to know the healthcare worker status, you need to know the source code of the person from where the the exposure happened, that is HBsAg positive or surface antigen negative. Okay, so suppose first of all, if the exposed person, okay, if the exposed person is completely vaccinated, okay, if the exposed person is completely vaccinated and the antibody titer, okay, the antibody titer present in that particular healthcare worker is more than 10 milli international units per ml. This number you need to focus upon because this is being asked. Then what all you have to do? So obviously if the exposed person is completely vaccinated and the titer to the antibody that is against this HBs, that is anti-HBs, is more than 10 milli international units per ml, even though the source is positive, no further treatment is required. Okay, no further treatment is required even though the source is positive. Okay, so this is also, this is one of the things. Now you see, if the exposed person antibody titers, they are less than this, okay, if this particular thing is less than 10 milli international units per ml, okay, obviously when it will be, when that particular one is vaccinated but the vaccination titers, after vaccination the antibody titers, they have fallen below what, 10 milli international units per ml, then how to go for it? In this scenario you will give immunoglobulin dose, that is the HBIG immunoglobulin, immediately. You need to give this immediately, maximum up to 7 days, okay, and after that no use. So HBIG dose you have to give immediately in this particular one, and you can start the vaccine again, that is the second series. Okay, so you have to start what, the web series, and the web series is the second one, part second, because already vaccinated but still the antibody, means vaccinated means fully vaccinated, means all the three 016, and the antibody lands up less than 10 milli international per ml, one thing, but still it have fallen off, so that's why you will go for the second series of it in this particular, if the source is positive. This particular was which one? If the source is positive. If the source is negative, okay, from which the exposure have happened up, in this one, as the vaccination now have become old, antibody titers have fallen, even though the source is negative, you need to say to the patient, please start your second series. Okay, please start your second series of the vaccination. Means all complete 016. Okay, so this is the protocol for those in which the vaccination have already occurred, but the antibody titer have fallen what? Below 10 milli-international units per ml even after the full vaccination. Okay. Now, the third condition here is what? If exposed person is not fully vaccinated. Okay. So this particular one is the third scenario. If the exposed person is not fully vaccinated, okay, means partially vaccinated, partially or not vaccinated at all. Okay, this also to be included in the third one. Then also what you have to do, you have to start up with the hepatitis B immunoglobulin, same story, up to 7 days you can give, and need not to give the complete vaccination. Okay, but complete vaccination should start from the missing dose. Suppose it is taken, like it was taken on zero dose was over, then the other two you can take up. The complete vaccination is to be done. In fact, I should say the remaining vaccination is to be done. Fine. So basic purpose is what? That you do not restart the complete one. You just give what? The remaining vaccination is to be done. In this particular case, when the source is positive, and when the source is negative, obviously in this also you have to complete your remaining vaccination. Complete remaining vaccination. Okay, complete remaining vaccination. This is a protocol for the, even though the source is negative also, but already you are have not taken up the full one, so obviously you have to complete up here. So this is complete the remaining vaccination. If you have taken one, the other two you have to take. Okay, so this is a protocol for this. Now coming to those who are non-responders. Okay, and non-responders means these particular fellows, they are vaccinated for 2 series. Okay, means in total they had received up 2 series of 3 each, but even after that they do not have the titers more than that. Means their titers still lands up less than this, that is 10 mini international units per ml. Still their titers is this, even after 2 series. Series means 016 and again repeated 016 after some time, and still the titers remains this. That they are known as what? Non-responders. Okay, and non-responders are those which have this titers even after the 2 series of the vaccination. Okay, so what to do with them? You can try off with the immunoglobulin here, 2 doses, 1 month apart. Okay, 2 doses, 1 month apart. And what is the exact number? 0.06 ml per kilogram. 0.06 ml per kilogram, or they say 10 to 12 IU per kilogram. This one is the immunoglobulin dose, because vaccination is always like already a failure here. So you will go for what? HBIG, and this I am telling whom? When the source code is what? Positive. Okay, and if the source code is negative, then it is being said as per the protocol that nothing you require. Okay, nothing you require, because the source code is negative. Already you have given up 2 times the vaccination, still the titers, they are not raised off, they are not protective. So No use of vaccination also here, and no use of giving the immunoglobulin also here. Okay, so this is the post-exposure prophylaxis of what? Hepatitis B. Again, in a nutshell, I will tell you what all things here is. Okay. So coming to this is HCW status, that is healthcare worker status. The source is positive from which this healthcare worker have got the like prick or any sort of exposure splash and all, and the source is negative, that is termed as HBsAg negative. This is HBsAg positive. Now the first scenario which comes out is if the exposed person is completely vaccinated. Okay, if this healthcare worker is smart enough to take all the vaccination, okay, complete vaccination, which most of the medicos they have done, but some they take it as a like very in a careless attitude, like I had one, nothing will happen to me and all that. So that should not be your attitude. Okay, you should be properly vaccinated and checked for your anti-HBs titers. Otherwise, sometimes you have to pay up for that particular thing a lot. Okay, besides vaccine. So if the exposed person is completely vaccinated and the antibody titer is more than 10 MIU per ml, then nothing going, that is the best thing which you can have. I am having more than 200 now. Okay, the source is positive. Suppose the exposure happened up and the source is positive and your titers are this much, nothing is required, no further treatment is required. And if the source is negative, obviously in this side, in this particular side, okay, this particular side there is no protocol for this one, that because already the person is what, more than 10 MU milli-international per ml, the source is negative, so what's the use of doing anything here? So nothing is required in this particular scenario. Now the second scenario is what, if the exposed person antibody titers are less than this 10 milli-international per ml and he is completely vaccinated for one series. Okay, completely vaccinated for one series, but the antibody titers are not fine. Then what you can do, you can give, if the source code is positive in this particular one, you can give immediately the protection by giving the immunoglobulin. Maximum up to 7 days you have to do it, and you can start up with the vaccine second series because these antibody titers have not remained protective. Okay, and in the case of negative, that is source code is negative, the vaccine second series you need to give because this have fallen, you are under risk. Okay, so that is there in the second class. The third is if the exposed person is not fully vaccinated. Okay, means what, partially or not vaccinated at all, have not taken. Okay, and get exposed up to this source, then you have to again HBIG dose you have to give, and you have to ask the person to go for the remaining vaccination. No need to start the fresh one. You have to take the missing doses. That will also increase your titers above this. Okay, the more than 10 MAU they can also do if you are not fully vaccinated, and if it is not vaccinated at all, then you have to obviously take up the full one. Okay, then in this side the source is negative, but if you are not vaccinated, then you need to take now, buddy. So this is the complete remaining vaccination you have to do, or if it is not at all, then complete 016 that you have to take, and if it is partial one, then also you have to take the vaccination remaining one. Now talking about the non-responders, the non-responders is vaccinated for, what are non-responders? Okay, so non-responders are those chikna ghada, okay, which you have vaccinated for 2 series, but still their titers have landed below this. You have given them 6 doses, but still their titers are below this or 0. They are termed as what, non-responders. In them, if they are exposed up to any source code which is positive, then these fellows can also be helped by what, giving up the hepatitis B immunoglobulin 2 doses, and that too how much, 1 month apart. What is the dose? 0.06 ml per kilogram or 10 to 12 IU per kilogram. And in this side, nothing is required. Why? Because the source code is negative in this particular one. And even though if you give the there is no logic of giving up the immunoglobulin also, because the source code is negative. Okay, and vaccination they already have received too, so no logic in giving the vaccination also here. Okay, so this is the one regarding the hepatitis B post exposure prophylaxis. Okay, I hope this particular thing helps, and this was the question twice and thrice in the AIIMS. So obviously now it will come up in the INCT also. Somewhere you will get regarding the hepatitis also, or regarding the HIV also. This particular thing is important, and these do's or do nots, they are very important as per your lab work also, hospital work also. And it's a request to everybody, those who are listening up to this video, that you should get vaccinated for the hepatitis B. Don't be in a careless attitude that nothing will happen to me, because most of those fellows who say like this, they are the one who get the TB also, they are the ones who get the hepatitis B also, and God forbid they might get some other things also. I'm not saying okay, so need not to be careless. You should be very, very careful, at least for your health. Okay, who will take care of yourself? You have to. Okay, so thank you so much.